And we're back. Shout out to the family Soundwaves. How y'all doing? We're starting this Hill Holidayz on week 2 at 8 p.m. with Latisha and Marsau Scott of Love and Marriage Huntsville, a wonderful black couple on a wonderful black network in a wonderful black city. Shout out to them. We're going to wait a few minutes and wait for everybody to join on, then we're going to start. So just tell me how y'all doing. All right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Like I said, today we have Marsau and Latisha Scott of Love and Marriage Huntsville, black couple, both A&M alum, on Oprah Winfrey Network on a black network. So it's definitely gonna be a good interview today. Yo 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 yo. Yo yo. How's everybody doing today? How are y'all doing today? Excuse me, I feel like my hair look a little dry. You know, it's some shea butter in here, so it ain't real dry, y'all. Alright. So how y'all doing? I got my Wells Waldo sweater on. See if you can find me. What you talking about, y'all? Y'all, here we are. But again, for my people that's just not coming on, today we'll be interviewing Latisha and Marsau Scott of Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you don't know who they are, both of them are A&M alums on a reality show called Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's on Oprah Winfrey Networks. And it comes on there on season 2 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure y'all tuned in with them and just watching them because they're doing a lot of good stuff in the community. They're doing a lot of good stuff in the state. They're networking. They got a new restaurant out, so they got a lot of stuff. Yep, yep, yep. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You found me, Kadisha. Thank you. Let's see. I'm gonna make a map and I'll put myself on where it was, I should have did that for my graduation cap. I should have put a bunch of stuff on there, had me in the middle right there on my sweater. You had to find me in my cap. Again, if you're just now getting on, we are going to have an interview today with Marsau and Latisha Scott. Make sure you share the live. Make sure you share. Make sure you're joining. Make sure you're letting us know you're here. What up, family? What up, Soundwaves? I've definitely missed y'all. I've definitely missed y'all. Like, I feel like we haven't popped up at nobody's event in forever. I feel like we haven't I haven't felt nobody's personal vibe in forever. Like, I really do miss going to people's events now. Like, I feel like I took it for granted. Especially considering that our last event was the Trap Masquerade. So again, if you're just not getting on, today we're going to have an interview with Marsau and Latisha Scott of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're going to start in just a moment. Hey, Black Women Diaries. If y'all missed it, we just had a great interview. But right before this, at 6 o'clock, with K Sade and Erica D from Black Women Diaries, dope podcast by two amazing black women. Make sure y'all go watch our vibe on the last podcast on the last IGTV we just did. I said podcast. All right, so we're about to start in just a bit. Here we go. waiting on it. Going. Hey.
Are we on?
Yeah, we
Oh,
on.
okay.
Okay, Black. I see
Hey.
y'all.
Oh, we need to come down some. We're gonna come down a little bit.
There we
Is that
go.
good? Okay.
Yeah, it's real good. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm
Trying to
definitely
adjust this
good.
thing.
Okay, y'all looking dope. Y'all vibing. Y'all
I thought that
shining.
would be higher.
Like in what sense?
We're too low. See, now I'm like cut off right here. Okay, so let me bring this down some.
So this is the part that a lot of people don't see.
I know.
They don't know how much work really goes to.
Behind the scene.
Setting up for a live is way more than people be realizing.
Yeah, because you try to get it before and then you don't know how it's gonna look until you actually log in. So okay, I think
Oh yeah, see that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, so hey, how y'all doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the family. I'm excited to be talking to y'all today. Shout out to Black Cigar Lounge in the back. I see y'all already.
Yes, I know I had to take it away, but we got our sweatshirts on.
Obviously, I saw the sweatshirt already. So how are y'all doing? Again, if you just joined in, we have today Latisha and Marsau Scott from Love Marriage Huntsville. Also alum like me, I just graduated this December from Alabama A&M University.
Congratulations!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm definitely excited to be talking to some alumni today. So go ahead and just like tell us a little bit about yourself. What do we need to know about the Scotts?
Okay, so I'm Latisha Scott, and I graduated from Alabama A&M University in May of 2005. My major was Management Information System, so I was a business major. I'm from Bessemer, Alabama, so I've been in Alabama my whole life, and I don't know what else. The rest is I don't know. Y'all see the rest of it on the show. So
You said that you from Bess. You said you're from Bessemer?
yes, Bessemer, Alabama.
Okay, shout out to Birmingham. I'm from Birmingham too.
Yeah.
So I'm Marsau Scott. I'm originally from Pontiac, Michigan,
Hey.
a suburb outside of Detroit. Came down to A&M, what 2001, 2000, something like that. I graduated 2004. You see, I was a business administration major. I went back, started my MBA there. I didn't finish it there. I just kind of just said, you know what, I'm not about to do that.
He fell in love.
Yeah.
They took over.
Over here. So, what else? Nothing much, man. Just we were pretty. I would say, I don't know. We're every couple. You know, we just can move like the coop through traffic wherever we're at. So you know, we can walk into a crowd of kings, walk into a crowd of common men. You know, we just be there. So that's what we are. Spades playing.
Yeah, we like to play spades.
Oh, y'all like to play spades? See, I'm gonna have to get me a partner and get on the table with y'all and see what's
yes.
about.
You're gonna have to come in Black. We're gonna have a whole table set up in here just for the spades players who like to talk noise.
Oh, see, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
We have rings. Yeah, you gotta win a ring if you're a real true spade player. So yeah.
See, I ain't gonna even front with y'all. Like, you know, I just learned the game like this summer during quarantine. I was a late bloomer when it came to spades.
What else
Wait, how you from Birmingham?
Chill out.
You don't know how to play spades?
Chill out.
No, but that's the right thing to do, man. In quarantine, you should not leave out of quarantine without knowing how to play spades. But it's a little bit unfair. I went to A&M on a spades scholarship.
So, what?
Right. He just made that up.
Oh, I was gonna say, chill out. Chill out. I'm gonna say no. But see, I didn't learn how to play spades because, like, even though I'm from Birmingham, my people, they're from Greenville, Alabama. So they were real, you know, country, real southern. It was wasn't no gambling in my house.
Never heard.
It's like closer to it's like past Montgomery. It's in Butler County, Alabama.
Greenville.
Country. Yeah.
Never heard.
Well, like I said, I'm definitely glad to be talking to y'all today. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just jump into questions. Like I already seen, y'all got the sweatshirts. Y'all already set up in Black Cigar Lounge right now. So how does it feel to have Black Cigar Lounge open? Like tell us tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, Black Cigar Lounge, I mean, it's an upscale cigar lounge that we have over here. Our number one goal was to put it inside of Uptown, which is our strip center, and we wanted to make sure that it's in the north side. We want to make sure that it's around densely populated area and places that we grew up in. One of our fundamental concepts is that me being from Pontiac, Tisha being from Bessemer, and a lot of our other friends, is that people like us, we have a tendency to go come from Pontiac and Bessemer, go to Alabama A&M, get educated, move on in life, and really start taking off. And occasionally we give back, you know, but we don't move back, we don't live back, we don't breathe the same air, you know. And so the goal of Black Cigar Lounge is to put something that, well, here's the thing. We moved out for a reason. You know, we moved out of our areas for a reason. And if we are going to move back in, we want some things, you know, that we want to go places that we go anywhere else and go travel for right here. So when you walk into it, it's going to be dope. It's going to be on that level. And it's a call to action. You know, we put it out there to say, hey, listen, we believe that we want to make really nice upscale with everything here, right here on our, you know, on this side of town. So, you know, that's the goal. You know, and we dare anybody to compete against us and with us, because all it's gonna do is lift the area up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So our whole thing was with the whole initiative of the comeback group was to, you know, come back to our community, move back in the community, put things in the community that people like us like to do. When we go out of town, you're gonna see like Black in Huntsville, but this is something you would see in Miami, in New York, in Atlanta. So it was important for us to make sure we put things that we like to do and the experience that we like to have when we travel right here in our hometown, because we want to make sure we can have that experience around the corner from our house. So that's what Black represents to us. It's Black excellence right here in North Huntsville, around the corner from A&M, where we graduated from.
And see, that actually reminds me of like what we was talking about when we had our interview with Cooking with Cam. He was talking about how he's been trying to, you know, bring that type of vibe back to Huntsville, especially knowing that like how Black it can be in the city because of how many people from A&M stay here and build here and stuff like that. So I really appreciate y'all like planning to give back to the city and the students, because I know for a fact like the students, if they go in there, they'll love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It'd be a dope date night.
A nice date night.
A good date night. So my next question is, how does reality TV, because, you know, like I've been telling people, y'all are on the show on Love and Marriage Huntsville. How does that affect your actual reality? Like when it comes to different meeting people every day, the business partners y'all have, like the friendships y'all have, how does that like actually affect y'all real reality?
Okay. I think being on Love and Marriage Huntsville has really gone to Marsau head. Like, you can't tell him nothing. No, I'm just playing. I'll let Marsau go. You go ahead with that, babe. Because he get recognized way more than I do, so.
Okay. I
mean, you want it real? The bottom line is, man, I played as Q at A&M. I've been a celebrity. This ain't nothing new. This is
on a bigger scale because that was at A&M.
This is exactly like
you're on a national platform. So that's a whole different scale.
No, this is exactly like pledging. That's what being reality TV is. If you pledge Q, see when I was on the yard, I mean that was my world. You know, it was small, but that was my world, and so nothing's different. And I'm so happy that I did, because I see. They say fame is the worst drug known to man, and it can go to your head. You start judging yourself by the world that looks at you. You start trying to measure up. You start trying to be the person that they think that you already are, and you don't stay grounded. And
you're actually listening to what they think about you.
Yeah, and you start caring. You know what I'm saying? But when that's what I said. When you've done that before, when people said your name before and people knew you before, you know, now it means, I mean, thank you. But I still value the people's opinions who have the last name Scott, you know what I'm saying, more than others. And I still have people that just because more people know you and more people have opinions about you, you can't start changing yourself based on what you think that they want to see.
Okay.
So you gotta stay grounded.
You definitely have to stay grounded. You have to be true to who you have to. At the end of the day, you're gonna have your true friends around you, your true people around you. Just be like, look, girl, we know the real you. So I think as long as you stay true to yourself,
because I can say they're gonna call you out.
Oh yeah, your girls, my friends will for sure. They're gonna call you out because they're like, listen here, in your family, they're gonna call you out too. But it's just weird, like going to the store then. People be like, hey, Tisha. And I'm like, hey. And I don't know their name. So that's the weird part about it because I've always been, unlike Marsau, I didn't pledge a sorority at A&M because the sorority I wanted to pledge was kicked off the yard my entire 4 years there. So I don't have that experience. But I did get a chance to pledge grad chapter. Shout out to the AKA.
Congratulations.
But
Congratulations.
It's cool. It's pretty cool. Especially we have kids and we have a son that's in middle school. So he gets to really get the experience of it.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing. I think like I said, it's good. Just stay grounded, and I thank God that He put us in a position right now. Sometimes people don't get it, that what if they don't get tested, and it's just the reality. The reality of it is that these are people's opinions of what you look like on TV. They know me as well as I know Batman.
And nobody knows Batman. Nobody knows the thing about Batman.
Fictional character.
Well, that's good. I'm definitely glad to hear their perspective. And I know because a lot of people I know I saw for a fact just off of random the Kardashians. I saw an interview when Kim was talking about when she first heard about her scandals and stuff, and it blew up on national television. It kind of made their family get closer. So I know it's some people reality TV kind of made them get closer because it kind of feels like it's just them against the world once they get on TV like that. So do y'all feel like that kind of happened with y'all too?
I think that, and I think that's probably coming up this season actually, but I think our relationship has definitely gotten stronger because when someone tries to test your relationship, it makes you realize that we're stronger than this. If someone's trying to come against you for something, then it's they see something that you don't see. Mm-hmm. And so it pulled us together more. And, we just made sure it was listen, we had that communication, we talked more, we just really got closer together because I don't want to lose, I especially over reality.
Over a TV show.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my husband and my family because that's what's the most important thing to me. So I wanted to just make sure that we're solid and we're good. So it really did bring our relationship closer and made us stronger. That plus quarantine.
Yeah, if I had to say anything, I'd say quarantine. I don't think.
So the quarantine?
I don't think the reality TV did anything to my relationship. I think that I'm pretty headstrong, and I ask anybody. One of the biggest compliments that I've received throughout this whole thing is that people will be like, from high school, college, they'd be like, oh man, you gotta check out my guy on TV, and then they'd be sitting down with their girl, and she'd be like, that's your friend? And then they'd be like, yeah, man, you gotta know. So the thing about it is, to me, that staying consistent, being the person that you are going to be, And one of the things that we want to see, one of the things that we want to make sure that we show is that, that you can be, this is the real life. This is the real life of people that are in business, that are building in the community, that are trying to grow. Their real life is challenges. We wanted to make sure that people saw the real aspects of marriage.
Okay.
It's not just, you get married, you say your vows, and you're kissing on the couch and just saying,
happily ever after.
Yeah, it's not like that.
And posting Christmas pictures and stuff around Christmas time.
Right.
You see that on IG.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If only we could be like we look on Facebook.
Right.
Life would be
That,
easier.
Right.
Well, that kind of leads into like my next question I was going to ask you, because I was going to ask you, how do you feel like your college experience, especially, coming from an HBCU, prepare you for today? Because, people like to say that HBCUs don't prepare you for the real world. So, like, how do you feel like your HBCU got you prepared for like the business world, like outside of reality TV? Because I know y'all have your own businesses and stuff like that. So, how do you feel like y'all got prepared for the real world going to A&M?
First of all, I think that in college you learn how to be disciplined. You have to
Ooh.
study. You have to force yourself. You have to. For me, because I can't study around a lot of noise, so I have to go to the library and focus in and study.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like that for your business. When you decide that you want to start a business, you got to do your research. You have to study it. You have to learn about it. You have to know about it. So that's something I did in college, and that is also something that I'm doing in my business. So, and I'm definitely prepared me for especially being a business major. You have to be about your business, from accounting, from Excel, like all those things we're learning. We learned in college. We're applying them right now to our company and our business. So I think that's one of the major things for me.
Yeah, and I think going to the Alabama A&M University, one of the things that helped me out with it is that the ability to be well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that people, relationships, and Black women are one of the most educated demographics in the United States, and in that is a transition, and most of them are educated at Habukus or HBCUs, not the Puys. PWI. So I think one of the bigger things is that having being the ability to be well-rounded, the ability, like we talked about earlier at the top of the show, to be able to, put on your suit, put on your black tie, put on the corporate corporate pants or skirt or whatever it is, but at the same time still know how to come over here and come over at Black and and play spades and go to church and be well-rounded across the board. So I think that going to HBCUs that show that people that are educated, people that know that have money, but that are not just just recluse and to the point where we're just total frugal. You can have some, spend it, get it back, and get more. So you can do all of the above. And so I think that's one of the best things that the HBCU has taught me. Temperance for different people, different cultures, and really, I ain't gonna lie, it's really taught me how to be dope and confident. Just being around that many people, and see, the thing about it is that when you're an eagle, you start thinking that you're a unicorn. You start thinking there's only one of you. You get around people like A&M and the people that I graduated with, people like you and people in the community. You start realizing they got a lot of these eagles out here. They got a flock of eagles. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I might be good, but I ain't the only person. Right. They got a lot of folk out here that's good, that's doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of people that's front like they ain't. They got a lot of people that are.
Yeah.
Humble you. Calm that stuff down, buddy. These people doing it.
Yeah. And that's one of the things about the HBCU experience. Like, I have some of my great girlfriends, and they're all doing some major things. Like, it's dope to be around people that look like you. They making money. They doing some great things.
They doing stuff, man.
It definitely, the HBCU experience is definitely unmatched. And it's not even like from what people think. Like, most people think it's the parties and the socializing. Let's not take that away. Like, I know that's the part, but like you said, like being able to walk in any room and to like not disguise yourself, but able to like blend in and still be the star of the room. Right. I definitely feel like HBCUs taught you that. And I know like being around a bunch of people who just like got passion and got like ambition, like they just on the go attitude, like everybody on there, like on a mission, on the road. Like even when it comes to like Sound on the Hill, like we always say we're a group full of leaders. Like CC is the CEO. They actually started Sound on the Hill at an internship at A&M. That's how Sound on the Hill started. Then we have Aria, who also does interviews. She has her own skincare line. Then I have my own business. So they were saying, like, I definitely agree. Like, that keeps you inspired because
Yeah.
You don't want to see your friends lose, but you also know your friends don't want to see you lose. So it's like a constant, just like I pat your back, you pat my back, we keep each other lifted, like that. I
And they
definitely.
keep you grounded.
They keep you
They
grounded.
keep you
Yes.
grounded. Like you got the kind of friends that like, hey man, you know, what you did was wrong. That was weak. You need to
Yes.
apologize. You need to change up. And
Be
let's
real
go
with
get,
you.
you know, and let's go get a drink. You know, just they don't got no friends. You know, so that's good.
I definitely appreciate that. I definitely agree. So tell us about like your roles when it comes to like show industries. Like I know that's your business. Yeah. So tell me more about that.
The industry.
It's Scope.
Oh,
So I'm so sorry. I'm so
oh.
sorry. Skull industry. I'm sorry.
The business industry.
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
Scope Industry. It is a general contracting company, and
Okay.
our focus is commercial real estate. So this is the general contractor right here.
Amen.
Yeah, we're commercial builders, and so what we really like to focus on is mid to large projects. We want to get into more, larger projects. Right now, we have an unlimited license, meaning we can build anything in the state of Alabama. But our goal is to start, is to really put that face out there. And they have a lot of companies. See, I think that you got a lot of home builders, and you got a lot of people that do home repair and build and things like that. But it's a whole different world when you get into that commercial arena. When you start building, like right now, we got a strip mall. We built some, we're doing some hotel renovations. Probably built some hotels, and then building an apartment complex out here. And we're about to purchase another strip mall. And so, some of the things that I want people to see, and this is why we want to be every man. We want to be every woman. We want to be touchable. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it means nothing if you're the celebrity part. That means nothing. A lot of people may know your name. The question is, how can you be influential? How can you not? It's like a light. You don't look at the light. The light shows the way. And we think that God has blessed us. As humble as possible to be lights. Mm-hmm. And we want to be lights that show the way, not say, just look at us. Right. You know what I'm saying? We want people to look at us and say, shit, man, if they can do it, we can do it.
That's what it's all about.
You know what I'm saying? If they can do it, we can do it. And our goal is to put you on. Our goal is for you to come out here and say, how'd you do it? And me to give it to you.
Ooh.
You know? Because I remember being in that position, ain't nobody gave us nothing.
Each one teach one. Each one teach one. I definitely love that. So like when people see y'all, I know you said you want people to like look at y'all with a different message. Like what message do you want people to like see when people see the skies? What do you want? What first word do you want them to think about when people see y'all? Like what's the first word that comes to your mind when you think about the skies?
Excellence. I want people to see, and the word excellence, when I say it, not just looking at us like we're excellent, but looking at as if it's something to, challenge yourself to be. Like you can challenge yourself to be excellent. They got people out here that leave A&M, they work at Boeing, they work at Lockheed, they work at these billion-dollar companies.
Right.
And all day they are around excellence. Then they go home, and when it's time for them to do something, them to start a business, they don't demand of themselves the things that their boss demands of them.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even ask of themselves what they have to do for their employer. You know what I'm saying? And so our thing is we want you to be excellent. I'm so tired of black businesses that don't cater to the people, and they want to be supported. Mm-hmm. My thing is, honestly, I don't think you shouldn't support black businesses. Black businesses should support the community. Mm-hmm. Business is designed to have the answers for the community, not the questions. Mm-hmm. I don't need you to come buy my t-shirts. I need to provide a t-shirt for you. Mm-hmm.
What message do I need you to get out? Type thing.
You said what?
I said you need to what message do I need you to get out?
Right. You know,
Okay.
and that's my thing. That's my thing is that we want people to see and be served.
Right.
We want people to come to Black and be served and feel good about it and get a better value than the cost. Right. And then we want to be competitive. And we want to make sure other people say, this is how you treat us.
Mm-hmm. Demand that.
This is how you treat
And
us.
don't treat me no less than that. No less than that.
I'm tired of walking to the gas station with the water on the floor. Right. They ain't mopped in years. They got a roof leak. They got a big, all of this crap, man. They can't cut the grass. They can't clean up nothing. And they charge more than everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying $17 for a Red Bull, at least pick up the shit off the ground.
Right.
I'm gonna say because they be taxing the corner stores like, be taxing.
We don't want you to like support us. We want to earn your business. That's what it's about.
Okay.
Like, no, don't say I'm supporting you. No, but like, man, listen.
Yeah.
I want to shop with you.
Hey, at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, just go to the best cigar lounge you ever been to. That's all I want you to do. I don't want you to come to Black. Just go to the best.
Oh, okay.
Just go to the best.
See, I like y'all energy. I definitely like y'all energy. I can see why the first word that came to your mind was excellence. Like y'all don't play. Y'all make sure like I got a standard. We're gonna keep it to this standard. That standard is going no less than. And if you're not gonna meet me at my standard, you got to go somewhere else.
Bro, we had a drink tasting right now.
Right.
Right now, we are inside here. You know, it's one of our. You know, we tasting drinks, getting it right, looking at the menu, figuring it out, going through the whole thing. We want to promote consistency. We want to promote value. Man, I ran Monaco for 8 years on Bridge Street. Right? I ran it for 8 years over there. And you think I'm going to come over here and give y'all anything less?
Nope.
Come on, man.
I love that. I loved it. So that's Skull Industries. Like I said, I'm sorry. I think I said it wrong first time. So that's Skull Industries. So now, Latisha, how did the Mommy Business podcast come about? Like, how's that been going?
So the Mommy Business is actually taking a whole turn on its own right now. When I first started the podcast, I shared my story on Love and Marriage Huntsville on my speaking skills. And so for the podcast, I was like, I want something that's going to force me to speak daily, that's going to demand something out of me so I don't get too comfortable. So I started the podcast because I'm like, I want to speak daily. I want to force myself to speak. But also I wanted to share stories of mom and business owners that is out here that is doing things. They have their success stories. Because as a mom and business owner, we wear so many different hats. You have the hat of a wife, the hat of a mom,
so that's a lot.
The hat of a businesswoman. So it's a lot of hats. And sometimes you feel like you're alone. You feel like, you're going to have all these hurdles. You have to overcome these things. I'm doing it by myself. I'm trying to figure it out loud. But there's actually moms out there and business owners that actually has figured this thing out. So I invite them to come to the Mommy Business podcast so they can share their story. So now I invite them to come to the Mommy Business podcast so they can share their story. Like, girl, listen, how you do this? How you win at this? How you win at still making sure you dropping it low for your husband? You've been a great mom. That's for business. So that's what the podcast is all about, girl. Share your stories. Because it may be a young mother over here who feel like I can't take it, but she hear your story. She's like, oh dang, well, she went through the same thing too, and she overcame it. If she did it, so can I. So it's really about inspiring and encouraging moms and business owners to say, girl, you're not by yourself. They did it. You can do it too. So that's the whole concept of it.
I'm gonna start a daddy business podcast.
No, we have a conversation in the Black Room podcast coming soon, and you can talk on that.
We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna. See, I don't know why, man, women do this, but guys aren't the ones out there. Guys are like, I can't do it without my wife. How can I be a great dad and all of this over here? Because I have a great wife.
Exactly.
That's
so the only thing that the dad is doing is making money and providing. The mother is taking care of the household, taking care of the kids, taking care of the husband, and also taking care of the business too. So
it's about that balance, though.
Did you hear that? You hear that? The only thing a guy doing
is making money
and providing.
Making money.
Without FYI, you die.
See, he over there looking like he over there looking like. See, I know but see, she knows you got her back though. That's why she ain't even worried about that. I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, no, I could do what I do if it wasn't for him.
You know what?
I could have not been a stay-at-home mom if it wasn't for him out here, making sure the bills are paid, making sure I have food for the kids.
Man, look.
So
you know what? When you're providing a life, right? Martin Luther King and them, they marched. They got hosed down. They got dogs sick on them. They did all of this. They did all of this sacrifice. And to an extent, we take it for granted right now. I'm sitting in a place with lights on in Alabama, in a strip mall that we bought in a place we're trying to open right now, right? In Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. That's just that's a statement right there.
Right. I'm not giving thought to the fact that I don't think nobody racist is going to come in here and burn down my building or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And so we kind of take their sacrifice to a sick for granted because they provide us with a better life. Just like we take oxygen for granted. We don't think about, I need more oxygen, but without it, we die. And so I think sometimes when you're providing such a comfortable life for someone, that they have a tendency to kind of take it for granted. And that's almost a compliment to say that you're so consistent as a provider that I don't think you do nothing.
That was you provide so well that she didn't even think you had problems providing. You see what I'm saying?
Right. She thinks it's easy for me.
I didn't say it was
she thinks I don't work in the rain.
Maybe I think she appreciates how effortless you make it look. Maybe that's it. I think that's what it is.
Exactly.
No.
See,
she appreciates how effortless you make it look.
This is the conversation we have on love and marriage. Okay.
She'd appreciate it.
He thinks that I'm downplaying what he do because we was talking about the Mommy Business Podcast and all the things that I do. I'm not downplaying what he do. I'm just saying I have a lot to do too.
I hear you.
It's about that, like I said, it's about that balance. He provide, you nurture, you just gotta have that yin and that yang. And I definitely think y'all got that. But y'all are very headstrong, and I love y'all passion. It just like feeds off of each other.
Thank you, CC. She said I didn't say it was easy. I did not say
that. Well, to our next question, what's some advice that y'all would give to someone that's building their own brand, especially after 2020, especially like a lot of people in my generation. In the big surge of Black businesses, I call it the second Black Renaissance, with all these Black businesses popping up. So what advice would you give somebody building their own brand right now?
Advice I would give someone with just doing their own brand. Number one, I think that people see business when they're looking at business, they look at what they can do, not where they ultimately want to be. So I give a lot of people the analogy. I say, number one, one of my fundamental concepts is there's only two places in this world, where you're at and where you want to be. And success is when those two places become one. Okay? And it's almost like a car driving. Before I even get in the car, I know exactly where on earth I want to be, whether that's home, whether that's Chick-fil-A, whether that's whatever. And success is when I arrive at that single point. So when you're in business, the number one thing that you have to do is say, this is exactly where I want to be. And if you're in business to be mediocre, get out and get a job. If you want to do shirts like everyone else, if you want to do this or do events like everyone else, you don't have the desire to be the best, get out and get a job. Because that's not being fair to the people that want to run a business. You're clouding the competition. If you ain't trying to win a championship, what you doing in the league? You feel me? And so
you're trying to get a quick buck, just quick money.
Right. And that's not fair. And that's why your business sucks, right? So my advice to the people that are trying to actually do business, right? Number one, do the exact same thing that has been done to you. Walk into a place and steal their idea. Okay?
Boom.
Walk into the best place you see Go do your research. Whatever they're doing, find out what sucked. Do that better. If your seats weren't big enough, get bigger seats. Don't think that when you come to Black, we don't look like some of the others around here. We just did it better. Solve the problem. Get it closer. Be better. And so you can do it because you guys work at Boeing. Because you graduated from A&M and you work at Lockheed. Because you can do these things. Because billion-dollar companies would hire you. Don't cheat yourself and do crappy work just because I'm just doing what it takes to get by. That's not going to fly. If we are successful in our endeavors, you'll see that the climate of Black businesses around here is going to change. Or my thing is for Black businesses, for all businesses, step up, step your game up, start treating your people better.
I agree.
Start solving the problem of management. Start making sure we understand sometimes it's financial. We understand the struggle, but desire to be better. Desire to be better. Desire to hire managers, because all that money ain't profit. Desire to hire managers so they can deal with the ordering, the customer service, the dress codes, and the clean restrooms. That's why those businesses are failing. But you got to solve the problem if you're going to be in business. So my advice in a nutshell is to be fair. Do it right. Give them value. We don't want great chicken. We don't want great food. We want great service. We want clean environments. We want you to reinvest in your business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. We're tired of the same thing.
Yes, I definitely agree, especially when it comes to like Black restaurants and stuff. Because I feel like out of all like the Black businesses that's coming around, they have it the hardest. I definitely feel like a lot of people that selling plates, starting restaurants, they have it the hardest because of everybody so picky. Everybody wants their food to taste like their grandma, and they're not patient enough with the restaurants or the cooks to kind of let them solve the issue before they be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat that no more."
I don't know if I think that's fair, bro. I think it's fair. I think that if you decide that I gotta, this is life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, hey man, I gotta answer to your problem, right? Pay me for it. Now, if you're giving the food out for free, then I'll taste it and let you know how it tastes. But
Okay.
you're taking my hard-earned money. Get it right. You're taking my hard-earned money. Research. Just because you can cook, oh, this is gonna taste like your grandma, then I don't want it.
Okay,
You know
I can definitely see that side.
it's fair to solve the problem. Oh, you can't deliver like this. Oh man, I'm just a small business. So what you here for, bro? You got a better way? Do you have a better way to do this? Then why are you in the business? You just want to make some money off me. You know what I'm saying?
I was just saying but especially like for people, I was talking about for like people that just started off, especially like, that don't know how to cook for like a lot of people. But that also goes into like making sure you do your research, especially on people that not used to like cooking in the commercial space, like just selling plates. Like a lot of people didn't do like their hard listening research, like cooking with Cam and stuff like he did. Like I definitely said, but that goes like you said, make sure you do your research, know what problems you need to fix and everything like that.
And this is what life gives you. This what life gives you, all right? You take
All
a
right.
glass, you drop it on concrete, the glass break. Maybe you didn't know that glass breaks on concrete. You know now.
Okay.
You know
It's too late to fix it though. You can't put it back together.
Go get you another glass and be careful next time. You know what I'm saying? That's what life promises you. Life is math.
Okay.
Life say, man, if you do this and you got nasty food, I'm not buying it from you.
I'm not gonna eat it.
I don't care how Black you are. I wouldn't buy a plate from Martin Luther King if it wasn't good, bro. I'll give you the money. But I'm not gonna give you my money and eat nasty food. No, you better write some speeches or something, bro. Y'all should get in a lighter background. You know.
I'm gonna say I think y'all good. I feel like y'all really like good. Y'all.
Listen, turn the volume off and listen. Turn the video off and just listen. Don't worry about the
the most important thing to focus on when building a foundation for the Black community. I know y'all focus a lot on the community, of course. Like I said, A&M alone, service is sovereignty. So, like, what is the most important thing to focus on when building a foundation for the Black community when it comes to like starting stuff?
When it comes to starting things,
In the Black community, like when it comes to like service for us.
I think like putting in the community like what you like to do. Talk to the community leaders and talk to people and say, hey, what would you like in your community? What is it that the community is missing? You don't think so?
No, I think that just like Henry Ford said, if you would have asked the people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Sometimes you've got to be beyond the people in order to be a leader. You got to see what they don't see. Sometimes you got to be able to say, here's my idea, what I think that the world wants. If I'd have asked North Huntsville, hey, do you want? I don't think they would have said a cigar lounge.
But no, I'm saying like things that you like. Like we put this here because when we travel, we go to these places. We're like, dang, it would be dope to have something like this in our community.
Right, but we didn't. Right, that's what I'm saying. So I agree with that. But I don't think you have to ask people. I think that the most fundamental concept that you have to do when you're putting business in a Black community is you have to build your business on principle. What I just shared with you about dropping a glass on concrete, we're talking about the characteristics of the glass, the density of the concrete, and the gravitational pull, right? The impact, right? You build your business on principle and ensuring that your business is not just a bright idea. Ask yourself, is this built on principle? Is what we're doing sustainable? Is it relevant? You know? And is it relevant? Yes, you can cook. But the national average for restaurants is 4.5%. Most restaurants do not make it because good food doesn't sell. I can make a better burger than McDonald's. I can't sell 99 billion because they're not in the burger business. You know what I'm saying?
So,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was going to say, what would be the ideal like community project that y'all would want to bring to Huntsville though? Like outside of like just a regular, like a community project, like something for like the community, not a restaurant, anything, just some type of community initiative y'all want to bring.
Community initiative. Help me understand what you mean by community initiative.
Like, say like a community garden or, like Habitat for Humanity, different things like that.
No, none of that.
So our background is in business.
None of that shit.
So
okay.
Yeah, all things would stay with like in business, like we do.
Okay.
And outside of the business, like we have, it's all about mindset for us. Like we have the Destiny Race. The Destiny Race is something we bring to the community, and that's something like figuring out what's your destiny, where you want to be in life. Like everything we do is going to pretty much be like goals, business.
I need to link with y'all.
I am, and I want you to hear this in the full context. Our goal is to create business people. Yeah. Not give out money. So the reason why I'm saying this, but what I'm saying is this, is that, when I said go and look what other people are doing and take that idea, how many homeless shelters, how many Habitat for Humanity communities, how many of these things are in Madison?
I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure.
I haven't seen it. And you know why?
Why?
Because business is sustainable. See, if I'm giving you something, then you get it as long as I'm in the giving mood, right?
Okay.
But if I'm earning a living in business, then I'll go to work when I'm sick because I still got to feed my family. So by and large, I'm not just trying to give back. I'm not just trying to say that I'm going to give as long as I feel good because once my money gets tight, I'm going to stop giving. You know what I'm saying? But
can you from empty cup?
Right, but if my money gets tight, I'm not going to stop working at my restaurant and providing solutions because I need that. You know what I'm saying? What our community needs is people just like Black Wall Street. When people were talking about that, that was just people that were doing real business, regular business. They had the great cleaners, they had great lawyers, they had great doctors, and they were serving the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so that's what our company, our community needs. We need greatness. We need excellence. We need people that care, and we need, people that are willing to compete for the money over here instead of just taking it for granted.
So what do y'all think would help, like, bring more of that attitude out of people? Like, what do you think was missing that keeps people from being like so serious about their business?
I think that they're missing competition. I think that if you go to a gas station around here, there's no other choice. You're going to wait. I think that if you're going to go over here, you know, you want it clean, or do you want to drive 30 minutes across town? You know, I'll accept dirty. I'll accept if you didn't cut your grass. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to drive across town. Right now, go look at North Huntsville and look how many Publix got 50 restaurants, about 13 out here in Madison. Go look at grocery stores. Publix has 13 grocery stores around here. But what do we have on the north side? A Kroger and a Walmart.
Yes, that's
the world's dirtiest Kroger down the street and a Walmart, right? And it's not and guess what? They got this dirty Kroger down here. They got this brand new Kroger out here in Madison. Probably the same district manager.
They definitely the same district manager.
Right. And so the question is, they do it over here because that we accept it. And so what we want to do is we want to create alternatives that are not price gouging. Mm-hmm. We're not price gouging. We ain't trying to
during the pandemic.
We ain't trying to price gouge. We are trying to provide this. And then, matter of fact, here's the funny thing about black: we don't ever have a cover charge to get in. You know what I'm saying? It's not a club. It's a restaurant. There's no cover charge, and it's a great atmosphere. And so, what my point is that we want to create competition that says this: if you want to compete for this dollar, it's this. If you want to compete for the black dollar, provide a better service. The housing is coming next, and different things to say, man, you know what? You know, we can provide a better business. I think that's what black people need in this side of town, or this community needs. Community needs that someone that cares and is willing to earn their business.
Okay. I definitely appreciate that. You've been dropping, somebody in the comments said you've been dropping gems all night. And I definitely agree. Y'all have been dropping like some nice gems, and y'all been definitely being more like, because y'all even put me into thinking about things that I never would have thought about. I will like transparent. I'll be transparent.
Well, sometimes it is, Kelly.
Every now and then it definitely is. What's something different that you both bring to the table as successful representatives of Huntsville, Alabama? Sorry, what do y'all feel like what flavor y'all feel like y'all bring to Huntsville?
What you think?
Something different that we're bringing to Huntsville, because there's a lot of successful business owners here in Huntsville. I think we bring, from the development side of things, we bring something fresh. I mean, just look at our plaza compared to the other plazas out here in North Huntsville. We bring something different in that aspect. We bring something, I think, we getting people to think like, wow, why are y'all putting it over here? Like, it's just the whole energy, the whole vibe, you know? What do you think?
Two things. Hey, Kelly, Bama girl, I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying is that we do have to look at it realistically and say that, okay, some things are what they are. I'm not trying to make it like that, but we do have an issue with the people in our as Americans. We do have a specific issue with those that were brought over as slaves for economics. And it's important that we don't just say it's not a black and white issue. Some things are black and white, and this happens to be one of those things. So I was just addressing Kelly's question.
I've been saying we need to worry about Kelly.
Yeah, but then the second, what I think our specific flavor is that we're not greedy. I was looking at some things that God has blessed us with over his last couple of years, and I was like, well, you know, why us? Like, you know, like why us right now? And I really feel that because we want to give it away. I think that we were rich long before we had money.
Okay.
You know? We were rich long before we had money. We were champions before we played the game. And what we're looking for right now is to make others champions, because we believe in people. We believe in the community. So I think that one of the best things that we have going for us is that we're not greedy. I ain't trying to make no money. I just want to see people being dope. And we just think we got an answer. We just think that maybe we got something figured out.
Okay. Okay. And our next question, we've been asking everybody this like around the holiday season. Because this is just how we have a question for each month. Last month was Blacksgiving. This month is Hill Holidayz. So our question that we've been asking everybody before we go into the question that people sent in, do you feel like the levels of success are the same, or do you feel like it's best to build your own? Like, do you feel like everybody should follow the same formula for success or make their own formula?
Oh no, I think there's basic principles that people should
Mm-hmm.
follow, but everybody's level of success is different.
Yeah.
So you make your formula based on your level of success. I mean, some people want to be, maybe their success is to get married and have babies and have kids, and that's all they want out of life, and that's their
Yeah.
success story. You know, some people may want to be the CEO of a company, and that's their success story.
Right.
So I definitely think you have to design your blueprint to whatever fit you.
Yeah.
But there's some principle that
Yeah. Not like that's why we talked about the principle. They got people in Dubai right now that's dying to get in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's relative. And that's why I say there are only two places in the world where you are at and where you want to be. You know? One of the lessons we talk to our kids about is drive down the highway. Who's winning? Who's losing? I don't know.
mm-hmm.
The only person
Everybody
that's
go on
losing
their
is
own
the person
pace.
that's lost. Person that's going in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where they're going. Don't ride down the highway racing all the cars. You got to get to your destination. That's how you define success.
Yeah.
You know?
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Because that's teaching you you can look at competition, but just know you don't know what their final destination is. Just like they don't know what your final destination is.
No clue.
You don't know everybody's end goal. You don't know what they're working towards.
Yeah, man, one thing I be telling people is before you count anybody's don't tell me somebody doing this right now. If you don't have a CPA giving out an audited financial review, you don't know what nobody
Not the financial review. You want the documents.
audited.
You want the documents.
Not reviewed, not compiled, audited.
Okay. So with all this being said, with the artist, with Love and Marriage, the Black Cigar Lounge, with the gems you just dropped, what's up next for the Scots? I know Love and Marriage, the season has started back. So what's up next for y'all?
Consistency. Mastering this level. It's not, it's not constantly going up. It's being a master on the level that you're on. We want to run a very, very solid construction company. We want to understand, build Black, and be able to put Black cigar lounges in different areas. We want Mama Business Podcast to achieve the level that it wants to be on. We want Tisha to continue to grow. We want her to develop. We want to, she's saying just Mommy Business Podcast, but she's also about to graduate, getting a second master's in commercial real estate development.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And buy her second plaza on the north side over here. And we want to be able to grow that, develop that, and start really taking the Black label to different things. We've got some ideas in terms of what Black is going to be. And Black has a cigar lounge now, but Black may have a grocery store.
Yeah.
Black may have a hotel.
Yeah.
Black may have an apartment complex. And
I'm gonna say will. I'm gonna say will. You're gonna say may. I'm gonna say will. I'm gonna see it.
Oh, it definitely will. I'm just dropping it, but
Yeah.
we're gonna do it.
It might.
Thank you.
Okay. Most definitely, congratulations on early congratulations, because I'm going to say any master's program is not a joke. It's not a joke. I'm over here praying, see if I'm finna, hop in somebody's master school right now. I'm just chilling right now. All right, so next we're gonna go to the questions that people sent in. We're just gonna answer probably about 5 or 6 questions before the night. I don't want to keep y'all on too long. So our first question is, When is Black's grand opening? Plus, am I invited?
I'm just simply Nate.
It's just simply Nate.
We're still working on that. It's gonna be the first of the year, and so,
Okay.
we're gonna officially pub it out the first of the year. That's our target date of shooting for it. So on the first of the year, if everything goes right, I know with all this, we kind of up in the air with some of the decisions they're gonna make with the pandemic and things like that. But we're hoping that by the first of the year, we're right opening. We're gonna have a definitely grand opening. But it's a smaller establishment, so we're gonna have to have like a grand opening week.
Yes,
you know, because everybody
wants to
people
come here one time.
Everybody's
Okay.
Yes.
But I'm here for a little grand opening week. It's giving me homecoming vibes.
Yeah.
I like that.
From New Year's Eve all the way up to Martin Luther King.
That's a month. That's a whole grand opening month.
Yeah,
That's like two. Ain't that like 2 weeks though?
Yeah,
it's a whole month.
Right.
Well, I'm pretty sure Sound on the Hill, we'll be in there. We'll make sure y'all support it and everything. Most definitely.
Yes.
Um,
We're ready.
Next question. What other businesses do you feel needs to be in the new mid city other than food places? Oh yeah, okay. Down on University, where the new mid city is opening, where the camp is, and Top Golf,
They
and places like that.
It's more than food. They're gonna have a lot of entertainment.
I know they're building an amphitheater over there.
It's gonna be things for people to do. It's gonna be what's that? The concert hall.
I'm looking at North Huntsville.
Okay.
Well, is that not?
I'm looking at
Huntsville. I think it's like east west. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the city.
Huntsville. The reason why we got the name of our strip center is called Uptown is because they're building downtown, they're building Town Madison, they're building Midtown, but no one's building on the north side.
Okay, you building where they sleeping on.
Uptown. Bottom line, I couldn't care any less about what's going on in Mid City because we don't own the dirt. I couldn't care any less.
Yes. Somebody said, "Where's Mid City?" It's in Huntsville.
It's what Proper Place Mall used to
I couldn't care any less.
No, that's that passion I was talking about.
What you say as a black business owner, we should be consistent. I don't know what that is.
As a black business owner, we should aim to be consistent and do recognize it's our responsibility to pour into our community. If we take what we see the most productive cultures do, it's our business.
The most productive cultures in America. If you want to start studying, like, I think this is where people start confusing things. And they say things like, well, this is what the Asians do. No.
Oh, okay.
A few Asians in America, okay? Because when you start looking at the 1/3 of the most poor people in the world, they happen to be in Asia as well. When you start looking at how great the Koreans stick together, the question is north or south. When you start saying don't tell me that all these cultures do something better than blacks. That's just not true. Those cultures do it better. Few people that come over to America do it better because they had enough money to even come to a whole different nation, and they bound together because they send certain people over here. Don't compare blacks to other people. Blacks are bad as hell. Blacks are 5 generations outside of slavery with not a dime or a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and
it's still striving.
White House, and we out here dogging it. Now you might say that, black wealth is not on top of that right there. They have, comparative. They have more. They're wealthier. But you take away the top 4 or 5 people with all the money. Oh man, we're dope as hell.
Yeah, like you put
we're not
us
doing
in
nothing.
any industry.
Any industry.
We dominate.
And we in there.
We dominate.
Stop.
Any industry.
Stop. Tell me what blacks ain't doing, what other cultures are doing. Blacks are so united. They're so united. They'll turn a gas station into a party.
That's a fact. I can't even argue with that. I can't even fact. I can't argue with that.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me that blacks don't stick together. Come look at my construction site. Come look at my construction site.
Shout out to Chase Park.
Look at my HVAC guy. Look at the guy who did my dirt work. Look at my concrete guy. Come look at the guys hanging in some of the siding, doing the sheetrock. Go look at all these guys out there. Stop it. Y'all bought
Matter of
that.
fact,
Black
I think
Dublin.
my granddad, I know he was one of the first few African Americans in Birmingham who worked for Brassfield and Gore. Like I know for a fact, like black people are everywhere.
Yeah, dog.
Our next question is: Tisha open to being a mentor to a single mom starting off in entrepreneurship?
I feel like for me, I feel like I'm still grinding. I'm still like my head is down. I'm still learning. I'm still developing. So when I think about myself, I don't think of me as a mentor because I'm still, figuring everything out too. But I'm down to have lunch, dinner. Look, I love to eat out. I love to hang out. So yeah, I'm down to talk and.
Well, babe, I think you got to think about it. Like you can't wait till you become an expert.
Until you feel like you're
Somebody
ready.
just told me that. Somebody just told me that like yesterday.
Somebody is. Think about it like you're driving down the highway, right? And you just like maybe 4 miles in front of them, but you can warn them, hey, I don't know what's up the road or far away, but I know the police are right here, so don't make this pitfall.
Okay.
Don't make that pitfall.
That's true.
Ooh, good.
Pitfall.
Earthquake. Whoops. But no, I definitely agree. My friend actually just got done preaching to me about the same thing because I had a couple people because I graduated in music and I had a couple people ask me about voice lessons and I was like, I don't know if I want to teach you no voice lessons. I'm still trying to get my voice together. I'm trying to see if I know what I'm talking about. But you never might know, like, you think you don't know nothing, but somebody else might know way less than you.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
So you can definitely like put a lot of light on more people than you realize. So don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on yourself.
Well, it's something to think about. I didn't think about it like that. I just always thought about it like, listen, I'm still doing it myself. So but like you said,
just inbox her.
Inbox me. We can definitely get together. We'll see.
Okay, so our last question we have is: I am looking to invest in Huntsville. What areas do you suggest? I feel like I already know what you're finna say.
Of course, North Huntsville.
well, the reason why I say North Huntsville, remember I said go back to principle, right? Where's the land the cheapest?
North Huntsville.
That's the cheapest land. That's why gentrification actually works. Because people go buy, if you were buying a stock, would you buy it at the highest or you buy it at the lowest? So people already know these things. They know that if the area, if you wanted to buy something, would you buy where everybody lives, or where people where it's densely populated, or it's rural? You know what I'm saying? So when you start thinking about what areas would I support, and then you start asking things like, hell, do blacks spend money?
We do.
Right. And so
we spend the most. We spend the most money.
So is there a lot of competition in North Huntsville? No. So if I'm going to start
everybody going down south,
buy something, would I buy in a densely populated area with low entry costs, with a lot of people that spend a lot of money, with no competition? Come on.
Win-win.
I can tell you
it's
right
an easy
now, market. It's easy. And the problem is that people go out to mid-city and they wait till whoever they may be, wait till after they move. And after they move, it's too late.
Because it's all torn down.
By the time you see it, it already happened. By the time you hear it, it's over. By the time you read about it, it's history. You got to make it happen.
Yep.
You got to be the person that builds in a cotton field where no one else around builds in a cotton field. Bridge Street and Providence for cotton fields.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Cliff Farms.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Hit me on something. I did not know that Bridge Street and Providence were cotton fields before.
Yeah, well, I don't know about cotton, but I remember going out there and seeing that.
When I lived in Paddock Club, it was nothing out there.
Hey,
wow.
Investor, come take a trip down here and also invest in commercial real estate. The money is it's not fair.
Obviously, that was Jay Corn's real estate. He said he'll take a trip down here soon. He's an investor in Memphis, so I definitely feel like he probably sound like he definitely be down here soon. But like that's crazy. Just in like 20 years, like that, it went from that to what we got now. Since he just dropped his email also, if y'all want to like get that, I'll pin it if you want. But we have one more question, and this is our last one.
Yeah, she lived in Pet Out Club. When I lived in Pet Out Club in 2002, it was nothing out there.
You lived in 2002.
2003?
You moved there in 2000 and.
Was it 4?
I helped you move in.
Oh yeah, it was my junior year in college. There was nothing out there.
Have we ever thought about moving?
Right? That's crazy.
There's a lot of businesses in Cali.
I haven't. The rent is too damn high.
It's too expensive.
Amen. Say that one more time. I
think people underestimate the value.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, CCIM. That's my next goal.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. That's why she's getting a master's in commercial real estate development. But I was saying, guys, never underestimate the value of big fish in a small pond.
Okay.
Right. You go out to Cali, and the Cali lemonade tastes just like the Huntsville lemonade. And but I don't even know why it costs so much. Now I get it. I go out there and visit, but you can make money in a smaller area and then just go visit these places.
Because we have a lot of investors that live in Cali and they own apartment complexes here, buildings out here in real estate. They live in California. They're investing here in Huntsville.
She said move to Atlanta. That is like that's hands down
That's the Black Hollywood, isn't it?
No, that's the that's the basic 101.
I'm going to say, I understand that because I know even me, I know I'd be like, I don't know if I want to move to Atlanta. Everybody in Atlanta, I know the vibe. I definitely know the vibe.
Man, listen, people think that all of a sudden moving to Atlanta is going to solve their problems. Atlanta doesn't come with a magic wand, all right?
I feel like it's more opportunity.
There's more competition.
I mean, but wherever there's opportunity, though, there's always more competition, though. So that's I kind of always like, little giving.
And there's different areas in Atlanta. What I do like about Atlanta, though, it's a lot to do.
That just drives the price up. That drives the price up. It drives the competition up. You see people, the reason why something else popping up, something else is closing. Never underestimate the outside, the outskirts. Never. Why a business is successful is because they come in. One of the things we do when we're coming to when we're dealing with banks. Why would I go to Wells Fargo? First of all, I'm tired of Wells Fargo, stealing from people anyway. But why? I can say, but don't go to the biggest banks, because you don't matter to them. You're doing a $300-400 million, $1,000 loan, or $1 million or $2 million. That don't move them. You go to the other little smaller banks,
community banks,
and you say, "Hey, man, I want to do a $2 million deal." They're like, "Oh, shucks, let me get you to. Can I get you some coffee?" They start shaping up and doing different things. So go where you matter.
They cater to you.
Go where you matter. Where your money gives somebody a bonus to the point where they start moving that needle. You know what I'm saying? And so and then you grow with it.
And you building a relationship with them.
The reason why Marsau was the biggest thing going. And the reason why Black is we're going to be bigger things going because they're on principle. What's our competition? None. And we don't charge at the door. So when we start thinking about it, we're not giving away secret sauce. We're saying let's be logical about it. Even if we weren't on TV, even if we weren't on TV or any of this stuff right here, we're still putting a really nice place in an area where no one's coming around.
We're going to bring them here.
That, and we're not charging at the door. And we're providing an environment. So I think that looking at it, provide the experience, invest in these areas right here. This is where you can, I wouldn't hesitate to invest in California, but they ain't like I can go out there and just spend $40 a drink because it's California.
I get a winery in California.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I can handle California.
I like whoever said about credit unions. I like credit unions.
I was just gonna say, I'm a credit union guy. I don't bank with any major banks. My mama had me in credit unions since I
thought you were saying start with credit unions. The biggest thing is go where you matter. You know, you want to be able to influence the bank. You know, you don't want to be in the bank line and coming in with a business plan and all this crap and all this stuff right here. You want to be able to walk up to the bank, invade their personal space, and and say, "This is what I'm looking for." All right. No, I mean these are real things. People don't we haven't been taught the right game.
Yeah.
And because people don't know the game. I mean, they don't know the game to teach the game. But the game is it's different than we think it is. It's not credit score, blue suit, red tie, low perfume. That's not what it's like. Sometimes it's boots and just walking up into the office, and
saying I need this and I want this.
Yeah, and especially at the small community banks, build relationships there.
Synovus, they're too.
They're big.
Yeah, because Marsau can talk. I'm on a
Don't even pay no attention.
I'm on an interview. That's what this is.
Don't even pay no attention.
He's a talker though.
I'm saying, but he talk about good stuff though. When you got good stuff to talk about, you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Synovus. That's the first commercial of Synovus, but they're too conservative for me. I'll say go to a community bank, smaller community banks.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate y'all coming on here today. Like y'all, like again, I can't say how many gems like y'all dropped today. Y'all dropped so many great points from HBCUs to relationships to Black businesses to everything. Like I really just do like appreciate y'all coming on here to like feed to us. Like y'all said a lot. And is there anything else y'all want to announce, shout out, anything like that before we get off here today?
Well, thank you for inviting us. And I mean, at the end of the day, we just want to be like, let's go be great, man. Let's live life. If 2020 haven't taught us anything, it's about living life, enjoying life, and giving life the best you can. Demand more of yourself. Right. That's what it's about.
Be fair. And guys, before you go buy Airbnb stock, go buy an Airbnb.
Push that in my notes. Okay. We'll put that in my notes. Okay.
Buy Airbnb.
Be stopped. Okay.
Be great.
But I definitely appreciate y'all. Again, if y'all are not hip, we are on with Latisha and Marsau Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville. To an amazing Black couple. They're featured on Love and Marriage Huntsville. 2 A&M alums. Just amazing people, and I definitely love y'all. Thank y'all for coming into it, feeding it to the next generation. We will definitely be in contact with y'all. Hope to see y'all again around the Huntsville area. We always see y'all I think this is our 3rd interaction with you, Latisha. I think this is our 2nd with you, Marsau. We saw you I'm just glad to see y'all around. We see y'all in the community, and we're glad to see y'all.
Appreciate it, Bob. Appreciate it.
Thank you. It was a great interview. It was fun.
All right,
bye, guys.
Y'all have a blessed night.
You too.
All right, peace.
All right, thank y'all again for joining us on live today with Latisha and Marsau Scott. We are on our week 2 of Hill Holidayz. Join us Wednesday for our next 2 interviews for this month. Be tuned. Make sure you look at the schedule, see who we have coming up, and make sure y'all follow us, turn our post notifications on, and just keep vibing with the family, Soundwaves. I love y'all. Happy Hill